1976, the USGA and RNA started talking about the max distance of a ball under certain conditions. In 86, they updated that test to better replicate the longest players in the game. In 2002 and 2004, they updated it again. If I was being honest and a little bit critical of myself and the USGA, I would say maybe the biggest miss over the last 20-something years is we sort of missed a decade. We were doing kind of every 10-year check-in. So when you kind of look at it again in 2022, it's really been almost 20 years since our last real look at our distance standards as it relates to equipment. And the reality is a lot's changed in 20 years. A lot's changed in 100 years. That's what the distance study proved, which is it's been a slow and steady increase. There hasn't been any one magic moment where everything jumped 30 yards. But between athletes, stretching, course setup, equipment, there isn't one thing. There's a lot of things that have slowly meant for this kind of creep of distance. And while a small, steady creep of distance isn't anything but the sky isn't falling on anyone's golf course tomorrow. I think we can't kid ourselves to think that average length of tournament play is significantly longer than it just was 10, 20, 30 years ago. Golf courses are being built now at 8,000 yards tip to tip when that used to be 6,800 used to be plenty long. That causes expense in terms of keeping that cost. It causes time to play. And while average golfers say that doesn't affect me, it actually does. It affects your cost, it affects your time. And longer term, you just aren't going to see a golf course built anywhere near a city if that's what it takes to build a golf course. And so it's real feasible for us to go, let's look 100 years forward. Is the game going to be okay if we do nothing? Or should we expect golf to be, really challenged by some of these things? So the reality of it is there's a responsibility, and that's the word I've used a lot since I got here. I don't know that I walked in here screaming distance, 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 but as I got into it, I realized, we really have a responsibility between us and the RNA to make sure the game is at least as strong 30 or 50 years from now, if not stronger than it is today. I've said this many times.